How you doing, folks? Paul from Primal again, and we're talking dad bod, dad god shred like usual. So today I'm talking about winging your fitness, and what I mean by that is the amount of guys that have come into our gym and started training with us and basically told me the same story over and over again about their previous training experiences and what they've done. And I've just seen a pattern come along every single time, and it goes something like this. They get a global gym membership, cheap as chips, and they promise themselves, I'm going to go there every day, I'm going to get myself in shape, blah, 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 blah. They go there and they do the same exercises each session, usually treadmill for 20 minutes as a warm-up or the stationary bike. Then they go on to the machine weights because it feels safe there, and they just do like a leg press, leg extension, seated chest press, seated shoulder press, lat pull down, chest flies, pec deck type thing. All them stupid exercises that, don't get me wrong, they're not stupid, they work, they will help people. But there's better ways of doing things to get us to the way the human body works. What those machines do is, as well as you can, they target, I don't like to say the word isolate, they target a certain muscle and they work that individual muscle as opposed to working the body as a whole unit, the way the body's meant to work. So most of the exercises are done wrong, the people doing wrong, and they do the programming wrong, and then they go into maybe some free weights, and they do deadlifts like a dog taking a shit, they do squats with knees collapsing in, they do bench press with half reps with too much weight on them. And basically, they do this over and over again, going back to the way they trained when they're young, in their 20s, and then they wonder why they don't get any results. And the reason they don't get any results is because they're not doing things right, and the problem with it is ego prevents them from seeking help. And this is massive. And I'm not just making this up. This is from the mouth of the guys who train this gym. So many of them told me the same thing. They're like, you know how it is. You go into the gym, you do what you've always done. You see guys about you doing something similar, and you know there's PTs there, but you never ask them. And a lot of them say, you don't know what they're like over there, you know, whatever it is. But they never ask for help. And because they never ask for help, they never improve. They do the same thing over and over again, and then they expect change. It's not going to happen. What they usually do is they usually push to failure, because that's sort of the mentality of the fitness world now, isn't it? You put as much weight on as possible, lift it as many times as possible, and then repeat it over and over again. There's no such thing as periodized program or the knowledge isn't there for most people. Even a lot of PTs don't have the knowledge of understanding how to program these things to get the best results possible. So they push to failure, their nervous system goes into shutdown, their muscles are exhausted, and then injuries reoccur. And then what happens, injuries reoccur, they fall off the wagon, they can't train, they go back into their old habits, and then this continuous cycle of starting again with the cheap gym membership, doing the same exercises, not seeking help, pushing to failure, injuries happen, and it's all over and over again. The motivation goes. How do you change that? Well, in order to change that, you've got to take all that shit out and not wing your fitness. You've got to come to somewhere like us, Primal. What do? We program your sessions for you. So, individual programming. Individual programming designed for your specific needs. So, everyone may be doing similar exercise, the squat, like I talked in one of my last videos. We do movements as opposed to exercises. So we'll take one of the movements as a squat. Some of the guys here are capable of doing barbell back squat, so that's what they do. Other guys aren't. They may do split squats, or they may do goblet squats, or they may do a bodyweight squat, or they may do a supported bodyweight squat. The reality is, it doesn't matter what they're doing, as long as they're doing a moving pattern and it's challenging their body enough that it's going to create adaptation. And this is where people make mistakes. We think we have to go into a gym and we have to do all this workouts, you have to push to failure, and you have to sort of keep up with your mates, when the reality is, your mate might be in a different place than you are, or the guy doing the weights beside you might be training a lot longer than you, and all you need is a simple body weight squat to elicit a sort of response in the muscles to help growth. When you've overstretched that and it's not really doing much more, then you can add some weight. When that goblet squat isn't working anymore, you can do a double bell squat, or you can do a split squat, or you can work some mobility issues out and start working back squats. That's just one example. There's tons of push-ups, bench press, floor press, dumbbell bench press, incline bench press. There's loads and loads of different exercises that you can do within a push movement. that enables you to continue to train within the group in Primal and get the results required. And that's where you pay more money for. Okay, so we're going to charge more than the average global gym, but that's because we deliver more. And this is where people need to understand. If you're going for the global gym because it's cheap, then you're really not focused on your health. You're just telling yourself, oh, I'm going to go there, I'm going to do this, because you want to go as cheap as possible. The reality is, you pay a bit more, it's going to cause a bit more of a pain point. You're going to realise, I'm spending a bit more money than I do have to. That's going to probably motivate you. That alone is going to motivate you enough to turn up all the days you went turn up. By doing that, you're going to be held accountable by the self, Gareth Lewis. We're going to ask you why you're not turning up. If you don't turn up, we're going to be phoning you. We're going to be asking you where you are, what can we do to help you, blah, blah, blah. Try to get you back into the gym and get you kick-started again. And what you do is, once you start getting that habit of turning up every single week, well, then the results start happening. We've got a load of guys turn up, and they've come in, they're overweight dads who weren't happy with their shape, weren't confident what they were doing properly, and have been doing exactly what I just explained there, going to global gyms, falling off the wagon, following the same programming they've been doing since 1992. They've come into here, they haven't missed a session in 6 weeks, they've dropped loads of weight, they've increased their strength, their mobility's improved, and they're feeling better. Now, they paid more for it, but did they get more for it? Of course they did. They feel better, and it's all the time and effort they've wasted in those gyms. Had they come to us beforehand, they'd be in an even better position. So what I'm asking you to think of this, lads, if you're in that position, you're the guy I've just described there, and you're not happy with your body shape, and you're a bit embarrassed about going to the gym, and you don't want to ask for help, come to us. Drop us a PM. We're not going to bite your head off. We're going to encourage you, okay? We're going to help you, and we're going to get you on the path to improving your life. So, quick video today. We've got, starting on Monday, the Dad Bod, it's an 9 week shred, the Dad Bod, Dad God 9 week shred. This is scalable for everyone's abilities. So don't be thinking, oh, the word shred means shit, I'd be getting ripped. No, it doesn't. If you're overweight, Dad, 9 weeks is not going to make you ripped. But what 9 weeks will do, will kickstart your fitness journey and enable you to see a goal at the end. To show you that 6 months, 8 months, 9 months, 10 months, a year down the line, you're going to be a completely different person if you actually follow this process and just trust it. So hopefully see some of these on Monday, and thanks for listening.